Welcome, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad to be here. Let's do some yoga. So, for today's class, if you have a block, that would be fantastic. If you don't have a block, you can substitute with like a water bottle or a soccer ball or a stuffed animal. It's not really about how heavy it is. You just want to be able to pick something up and put it down. So yeah, we'll be doing some of that. So fun things to look forward to. So take a comfortable seat right where you are. We're going to do some good core work today, so let's get settled. Rest your hands on your thighs or in your lap. Close your eyes. Just take a few full breaths in and out. And just settle in. Connect to yourself in this moment. And connect to yourself so that you can not only build a stronger connection within, but also that you can expand out from it. And then when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Please come into table, and we're going to start in the same way that we did for the Monday night class, because I really like it. I think it's fun, useful stuff. So hands about as wide apart as your shoulders, knees as wide apart as your hips. Okay, extend your left leg straight back behind you. Put your foot on the floor. Okay, as you press into your foot, right, don't change the relationship between your shoulders and your wrists. You're not pushing back. Push down with your foot and lift your right knee. So your toes are still down, but they're really light. You're not really bearing any weight there. It's just very, very light. Okay, lower your right knee down. Take your left leg, cross it over your right leg. Press into your left foot and lift your right knee. Same deal. Your right foot is very light. Put your right knee back down. Swing your left foot over to the left, as far over as it'll go. Push down through your left foot. Lift your right knee up. Okay, lower your right knee down. Bring your left knee back in. Okay, second side. Extend your right leg straight back. Okay, push into your right foot. Lift your left knee. So your hips don't really go up. Okay, it's just your knee lifting, and you can think of it as going forward as well. Okay, put your left knee down. Cross your right leg over your left. Extend through your right leg. Lift your left knee. Lower your left knee. Swing your right leg way over to the right. Okay, push into your right foot. Lift your left knee. Lower your left knee back down. Bring your right knee back in. Okay, now just adding to it. Again, much like we did on Monday night, extend your left leg straight back, lift your right knee, okay, and then take your right knee over to the left, spin your left heel down, and extend your right leg straight out. Okay, now bend your right knee, bring it back in, put your right knee down, lift your left leg and left arm up. Okay, put your left foot back down, push into your left foot, lift your right knee. You can extend your right leg out or just keep your knee bent. It's up to you. Place your left hand down, lower your right knee, bring your left knee back in. Okay, second side, extend your right leg straight back, push into your right foot, lift your left knee. Now take your knee over to the right, spin your right heel in, extend your left leg straight out. Okay, now bend your left knee in, Put your knee down in line with your left wrist and extend right arm up, right leg up. Okay, put your right foot down. Press into your right foot, lift your left knee. You can keep your knee bent or extend your left leg straight out in front of you. Now tuck your knee back in, place your right hand down, left knee down, right knee back in, and sit back on your heels. And just take a moment. Okay, totally standard warm-up. Okay, hands on the floor, downward facing dog. Stretch back. Just take a few breaths in your downward facing dog and feel that same push, okay? Like press into your hands, press in through your toes so that you're pressing the floor away, right? Lengthening the floor away. But also at the same time, anchoring into the ground. So you don't necessarily get lighter, you get longer and maybe even heavier. Okay? Now lift your left leg straight up. Take your left leg over to the left. Keep it lifted. Okay, try not to bend your right elbow. Okay? And then sweep your left leg all the way back up again. And put your left leg down. Lift your right leg up. Sweep your right leg over to the right. Try not to bend your left elbow. Bring your right leg back in, right leg straight up. Put your right leg down. Okay? Walk your hands back to your feet. Come into a forward bend and fold. And just take a few breaths here. Okay, now you're going to do the exact same thing in Uttanasana that you just did in your downward facing dog. So take your left leg straight back behind you, toes away from the floor, toes pointed down. Okay, now swing your left leg out to the left. Pull your left leg back in, lower your left leg down. Okay, lift your right leg straight up, straight out behind you. Take your right leg over to the right. Swing your right leg back in. Put it down. Okay, you're going to do one tiny thing to add to that. Just one tiny thing, just to help warm up your body. And you can actually walk this forward a little bit towards the front of your mat so you have space to step back. Just make your life a little bit easier. Okay? So take your left leg straight back behind you, toes away from the floor. If you have trouble with your hands on the floor here and with your leg not straight, you can put your hands up on blocks, right? Lift the floor up a bit. Take your left leg out to the left. Your leg will very likely lower a little bit. That's okay. Now, swing your left leg back in, but don't turn your toes down. Root your right hip underneath you. Whoa. And lift your left hand up to your hip. Half moon. Okay, take a full breath in here. Full breath out. Okay, and bend your right knee. Step your left leg back. Triangle pose. Again, pull your right hip underneath you. Turn the right side of your chest up. You can extend your left arm up as well. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. And then lower your left fingertips to the floor. Lift the ball of your right foot up. Lower your left knee down. Okay? The right leg stays straight, if it can, in that transition, which is tricky. Really pull from your right heel back towards your body. Okay, take a full breath in, Full breath out. And this is not a passive stretch, so you're not just like hanging out here. Really pull from your heel. Okay, engage the muscles of your legs back and front. So your hands on the floor aren't really doing much of anything. Okay, in fact, you could lift your hands up. Okay, just try. See what happens. Okay, now bend your right knee. Okay. Bend your right knee. Shift forward. Step up, warrior three. So you sort of come back to where you started. Lower your hands down, left leg down. Oh, and fold. Okay, there's another side. That's the good news. Take your right leg straight back behind you. Your right leg will be really happy to do this, actually. Then take your right leg to the right. Okay. Now, swing your right heel back. Keep your toes pointed towards the right. Root your left hip underneath you. Turn the left side of your chest up. Maybe lift your right arm. You can also keep your right hand at your hip. That's up to you. Okay, take a full breath in here. Full breath out. Okay, bend your left knee. Look where you're going. Step your right leg way back so that you can come into triangle pose. If you want a little bit more balanced support, just bring your left arm to the inside of your left leg. You can keep your left hand on the outside of your leg. Just asks a little bit more opening of your hips and your shoulders. Okay, full breath in, anchor through your right leg, full breath out. Okay, now right hand to the floor. Lift the ball of your left foot up. See if you can keep your left leg straight as you bend your right knee and lower your right knee down. Okay. Take a full breath in here. Full breath out. Okay, and then just test this. All right, see if you can lift your hands away from the floor. Woo. Okay, then bend your left knee. Lift your right knee up, shift forward. Warrior three. Okay, full breath in here. Woo. Full breath out. Lower your hands, lower your right leg, and fold. Okay. Now grab one of your blocks. You really should only need one for what we're going to do next, but grab one of them. Place it on the floor out in front of your left foot. Okay, so not very far in front of your foot, just a little bit ahead of both of your feet, really. Okay, keep holding onto the block as you step your left leg back. Okay, now lift the block up with both hands, arms up overhead. Okay, turn your right foot in, legs straight. Turn your left foot out, bend your left knee. Lower the block down. Okay, so your hands come to the floor. Okay, and then lift the block all the way back up, both hands. Okay, straighten both legs as you turn back in, so feet go forward. Turn your left foot out, or turn your right foot out, sorry, turn your right foot out, lift your left heel up, bend your right knee, lower the block down, so it's in line with your right foot. You could put it out in front of you too. Then lift the block back up, straighten your legs, turn in, so your feet point towards the long edge of your mat. Okay, turn your left foot out, lift your right heel up, bend your left knee, lower the block back down. One more time like this. Lift the block back up, straighten both legs, turn your feet forward. Okay, now just turn your right foot out. Lengthen over your right leg with the block. Lower your block down, hold on to it. You can put it on the lowest setting or the highest. Okay, but then lift the block back up, take it into your left hand, lower your right hand back down. Okay, now lift your right hand up, grab the block, put the block back down. You can have your arms straight up or over your ear, that's up to you. Okay, lift the block up, put it in your left hand, lower your right hand down. Again, block can be up or over your ear. Lift your right hand up, grab the block, lower your right hand down. One more time like this, lift your block up, grab it in both hands, hold, come all the way up, turn your right foot in, left foot out. Lengthen over your left leg, so you're holding the block with both hands. Then lower your left hand down, and keep your right arm over your ear or right arm straight up. Okay, lift the block up, grab it with your right hand, lower your left hand back down. Okay, then switch again, lift your left hand up, grab the block, lower the block down. Lift the block up, grab it with your right hand, put your left hand back down. Lift your left hand back up, grab the block, put it back down. Okay, one more time. Lift the block up, hold it with both hands. Come all the way up. Turn your left foot in. Okay, now we're just going to add it to something else, right? We're going to add it to half moon. Turn your right foot out. Bend your right knee. Lower the block down with your right hand. Lift your left leg up and balance. You can bring your left hand to your hip or your left arm up. Up to you. But yeah, you're using the block under your hand, which might take you higher than you usually are. Okay, grab the block with your right or with your left hand. Extend the block up into your left hand, right hand goes down. Okay, then you're going to switch it. Grab the block with your right hand, place the block down, left arm up. Switch again. Lift the block into your left hand, right hand down. Grab the block with your right hand, place it down, left arm up. Lift the block into your left hand, place the right hand down and up. Last time, grab the block with your right hand, see if you can hold. Place your left foot down, take the block up, turn your right foot in. Okay, no big deal, we'll just go to the other side. Let's turn your left foot out, right foot in, bend your left knee, place the block down, lift your right leg up. So right leg, right hand up, the block is down in your left hand. Okay, now the easier way to do this would simply be to lift your left hand up, take the block in front of you with your right hand, and switch. Okay, so right hand goes up with the block, left hand goes down. Okay, so again, you'd take the block with your right hand in front of your chest, grab for it with your left hand, put the block down, right hand up. Now more challenging would be to lift the block straight out in front of you, grab it with your right hand, and extend up. Challenging for your hamstrings, challenging for your core. Okay, so you'd reach the block overhead, grab, switch, block goes down into your left hand. Okay, you can pick. You can do a variation between the two. Your arms don't have to stay straight, but also notice what starts working. I'm noticing here that I tend to pull back on my knee when I go for the switch. So this time, I'm not gonna do that. So block should be in your left hand and down. Block goes up into your right hand and up. Block goes into your left hand, and down. My leg is getting tired. Last time, lift the block up in both hands, hold, and then step your right leg back. Lift your arms up. Straighten your leg. Turn your feet forward and fold forward. Oh man. Yeah, I'd say that's a decent amount of hamstring work. What do you think? Yeah? Just a little. Okay. Turn your right foot forward. You can ditch the block. Turn your left foot slightly in and just fold over your right leg. And just to take some heat off of my left leg, because I really did a few times kind of lock my knee a little bit, and I felt it in my calf and behind my knee and not in a good way. So I'm bending my left leg here, which is my back leg, just to help stretch out there a bit more. Switch your legs. Left leg up, right leg back. Step your right leg up, left leg back, bend your right knee, lower your left knee down. Okay, reach for your left foot with your right hand. And twisted quad stretch. And from here, release your foot, shift your weight back, and sit back, if you can, with your butt on the floor. If not, if this angle for your knee is no good, you can do one of two things. You can put the block underneath your hips so you're a bit lifted, so it's less of an angle for your knee. If it's still too much, you can bring your foot forward and have your foot on the floor, okay, or even Janu Shirshasana leg, up to you. Okay, sit up really long and tall. And since you've done all of that incredible work with your hamstrings, bend your right knee. Reach for your right foot with your right hand and your left hand. Extend your leg as straight as it will go. It might still be bent. That's okay. If you have a belt, you could loop the belt around your foot, but you'll really get the same action if your leg is bent versus straight here, just working your muscles. So if you don't have a belt, don't worry about it. Props can be super useful. I'm a big fan of props. But sometimes, work with what you got. See if you can pull down from the ball of your foot towards your hip as you lift your chest. Okay, take a full breath in here. Full breath out. Release your leg straight forward. And just lift up long and tall for one more breath. Okay, then release your foot if it's not already. Okay. Keep your knee still bent and take a twist. Hold on to the outside of your left calf with your right hand. Take a full breath in here. Full breath out. Okay. And then extend your left leg out, bend your right leg back, and use it to actually push forward into your left leg. Scoot your right knee back. Reach for your right foot with your left hand. And twisted quad stretch. Take a full breath in here. Full breath out. Okay, and then release your foot. Sit back. Again, if you can, right foot is on the outside of your right hip. So your knee is bent. Sit up long and tall. If that doesn't feel good, you can always put your foot out in front of you or do Janu Shirshasana leg instead. Bend your left knee, reach for your left foot with your hands and extend your left leg as straight as it'll go. You can, of course, use a belt if you have one, scarf, sock, whatever you got handy. Or you can just keep your knee a little bit bent. But pull from your foot down towards your body as you lift your chest. Okay, take a full breath in. Full breath out. Release your left leg all the way down. Just shift forward for a moment, sit up long and tall. And then take your right foot forward, foot on the floor, and twist to the right. Grab a hold of your right calf muscle with your left hand. And full breath in here. Full breath out. And then come on back to center and make your way into Shavasana. So how you get there is up to you. But get yourself set up to feel really grounded, really supported. And as always, when you hear the second chime, that'll let you know that Shavasana is over. Deepen your breath. And take your time as you slowly begin to unwind for Shavasana. And just move in your body in whatever way feels good. When you're ready, roll yourself to your favorite side. Push yourself up. And sit comfortably. And just take a moment here, just to pause. And bring your palms together in front of your heart and just honor this time that you've given to yourself to connect, to be present. Move your body. Simply just to take time for yourself. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful day, everyone. See you really soon.